Waleed. It's a 98 Corvette C5. It's pretty much a LQ4 Gen 460 block. It's been piston rotted, it's forged, $799 truck heads. It's a pretty budget build. I mean, it doesn't have nothing crazy on the motor. It's, besides that, it's running a BTR3 turbo cam, 80mm T6 turbo, BTR manifold, Wiseco pistons, rods, crank, all that's done. All that stuff came from Texas Speed. It's a stock 6.0 block. It's not sleeved or nothing, but it is done up on the inside, so it's got all that. On low boost, we've made right around like wastegate, it's like 750, 800. When we turn it up, it's the highest it's made is 1100. It's like 1110. The turbo is rated for 1100, so we've tried to push it past that. It just really won't take it. I think the car can take it, but it needs a bigger turbo. But at that, it doesn't really hook at that, so it's like no point. So the transmission currently is a T56 6-speed, still synchronized. We built it here. It's got a G-force main shaft, all the carbon synchros, all the fun stuff you could put in that pretty much, new gears and everything. We kind of played with a few of the gears and changed out a few things, but nothing serious. It's actually gonna be a 4-speed. I have a TIC Performance Ultimate Drag Race 4-speed for it. That's faceplated. We haven't done that yet. It'll be in probably this winter. Just been kind of lazy about it, but it works on the 4-speed. I mean on the 6-speed, even though that's transmission 5. So it's been through a couple of them, but yeah. It's got a McLeod twin disc right now, RXT 1200. It's probably gonna go to a RPS when we put the 4-speed in it. But we'll see. We'll see how far we can push it. I haven't really had any clutch issues yet, fingers crossed.
Into this car, one of the first things I noticed is that this car has all of the stock panels inside. Everything.
Literally the only aftermarket thing in here is like the steering wheel, the Holley, and the seats.
And you're telling me you take your kids out?
I take my 6-year-old and my 4-year-old out in this car. So I take my kids out in here all the time. I got like extra like carbo cushions and stuff, so that kind of boosts them up a little bit.
That's awesome. Do they like this car?
Oh, they love it. I got videos of them doing hits in it. I gotta take them out for their birthdays all the time. So they love it.
That's awesome.
It's a full street car. It's not that bad. I've driven this thing like hundreds of miles, places everywhere.
What's the farthest you've driven this car?
I think when we took it to Texas 2K, we did. Texas is so like everything's an hour away.
Yeah.
So it's like we probably put a whole lot of miles on it that week. I think we did like 1,500 miles on it that weekend.
It's the benefit of a street car, right?
Yeah, so full street car. I can go anywhere. Next year probably won't be as streetable. But
after you put that, what was it, the 4-speed?
Yeah, the 4-speed, and it's gonna get caged and all that. So. That's on gate.
Damn.
You see how we're like spinning?
Yeah, get those tires.
It's not too bad though. It's not too bad.
No,
we clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, that felt real nice. Like for the street, at least, I would imagine like to have some fun in. This is like
yeah,
you can have some fun.
You can have so much fun on it. Like this, I almost feel like I never break it, so I leave it on gate. It's a little bit over gate. It's got 15-pound springs in it right now, so it's not that bad. But if we turn it up, it gets real rowdy.
And how much did you say this car is capable of making?
So it's made 1,100, which was on the 15-inch tire, which supposedly robs you of power on the dyno, right? So everybody says 30 horsepower, some say 20, some say 50. So it depends, but It's made 1100 on the dyno. I don't drive it on the 1100 setup much. We do. Right now it's probably on like a 900 map.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So walk me through what you got going on. I see you got the Holley EFI here.
So this is the full Holley. This is the 7-inch screen. This is the screen that comes with the Terminator X. I have it all set up in here. It says Spoolin C5 and stuff at the top. It tells me injector. That's timing, AFR. We got injector duty here, oil pressure. This is my speed, which is the GPS signal off that. And the same thing kind of all right here, but I have like idle air control. And then you can kind of just switch around to different things, you know. But this is like
controller right there.
Yeah, so this is literally the only thing outside of Holley is this. And I can control boost through here, but right now I have it set up on here. I'm a little old school. I like it on the AM True Boost, but I can.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I like it that way. So we could do boost by gear and like boost by RPM and all that. You hear how sticky the tires are?
So is that how you have it set up, or is it just like? Oh,
yeah. So see the 11s we laid the first time?
Oh damn! Yeah, you can see that.
Let's see what it does on more boost. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would imagine this thing on the track.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if we get it to work on the track, we just have never really tried to dial it in on the track. It's always been kind of doing it on the street.
Right.
But if we could get it to work on the track, this thing's gotta go 8s. And it'd be a little questionable on this trans, which this is a built trans, and we built it in-house. Tommy, my trans guy in-house, my tech, he did a great job with it. I mean, it's working. That's why I haven't put the 4-speed in. So this is the longest we've gone without breaking one. So it's working. But if we put the 4-speed in, it's for sure gonna go 8s.
Yeah.
I want to kind of go 8s on the synchro trans though, and that'd be badass.
See, push this trans to the limit.
Push this trans to the limit.
Right.
It runs Bosch 210 injectors, which are 2200 cc. The car runs on a full Holley standalone Terminator X standalone system. It's got pretty much built our own fuel system for it. So it runs a Magna Fuel 750 fuel pump that's inline, and then it has 2 AEM 400s. It only runs 2 of them at a time. The third one's kind of on a Hob switch per se, and or I turn that on if one fails. It's kind of like a backup thing. But yeah, it normally runs a 750. Like now when we go out, it'll be on the 750 and 1400. It's got a DSS carbon drive shaft in the torque tube. Right now it has stock axles in, well, stock Z06 axles, but I do have, again, when we do the 4-speed, I do have the DSS axles and the C6 subframe and all that, so to get all that shortly, but right now it just has stock axles. So we don't dig race it too much because it likes to break them, but yeah, it works. Suspension is full QA1 adjustable. It's still leaf spring style. I have the coilover system also that goes with all the new setup, but right now it's on QA1, adjustable rears, adjustable fronts, and then as far as brakes, it's pretty much stock brakes on the front, just upgraded kind of rotors and pads and stuff, but the back's got a 15-inch Carlisle kit, which is Willwood calipers and stuff. It runs welds all the way around. They're the V-Series welds. I've had them custom painted. Well, I didn't have them custom painted. I bought them from a good friend of mine, and he had them painted before. Mickey Thompson tires, pro brackets on the back. We've tried every tire from a Mickey Thompson SS to a ET Street R, just trying to make it hook on the street. We've done a lot of roll racing events with it, only because it likes to break the diff and stuff when I do dig race it. But we have done like 2-3 hits at MIR. One time we went for from one of those track rentals. It had the mile an hour to go pretty mid to low like mid 9s, I would say, but the quarter mile time just wasn't there because it was locking me out of 3rd and 4th gear. So it ran like a high 9 pretty much that day. But I'm pretty sure on this setup, we plan to track it actually this weekend, so we'll find out. We want to push this T56 as far as we can from a dig and see what it does, so we can kind of compare that with the 4-speed when we put that in a few months here. I'd like to see it go in the 8s. That's my goal for next year. I've kind of never really made it a goal to track the car. It's always been kind of just on the street, have fun with it. I'll do a couple events here and there, but recently it's been kind of itching me to put it more and more on the track. I think coming up next year, we'll start to track it a lot more, and I'd really like to see it go 8s. I know it has 9-second passes in it all day long, but I'd like to see it go 8s. I can't really break any Corvette stick shift records because all the C5s out there are fast, Leroy and all those cars, so it's gonna be hard. But a dream would be 7s, but I think we'll get it into the 8s next year. It's completely built here. Pretty much did all the work myself with the help of my guys in my shop here at Carrera Performance. All of it was done here. I did buy the turbo kit from a buddy of mine in Arizona. He had it on a C5 out there. Once we got it, I did do some modifications to it. Chris at KML Performance did that. He's local. He did a lot of the, like, it used to be a fender exit. We changed it to hood, changed some piping and stuff on it. Carrera Performance. We build basically we specialize in LS, LT, late model LT stuff, and all Mopar stuff. So we do all performance modifications. We have a dyno in-house, we tune them, we build them here. This car is actually tuned by Sky Watkins, a good friend of mine that tunes it pretty much as a hobby. He does an amazing job with it. The car's ran great ever since, and I have no reason to change it, you know. It's such a long list of friends that have really put a lot of time into this car, and a lot of testing has happened with it. It's, you know, a lot of guys have been hands-on with it. It'd be hard to make a list, but my boy Reza from S&H Signs, he wrapped it. I have to give him a shout out. He did a great job. It was a dream to get it wrapped, and he knocked it out the park. A lot of my friends, you know, my guys are at the shop, Ash, my partner, Rome, my homie from day one, you know, like Rome it was really Rome that made me build this car. I was not gonna build it. It was for sale. It was an LS1 Pro Charge car I was gonna sell. I actually got the car for free on a trade. So somebody owed me some money, and we traded off, and I got the car, and I was just gonna sell it to get my money back, and it was all Rome's idea to really build it, and he pushed me to do it. And yeah, and he helped me find a lot of the parts. He just kept sending me stuff on Facebook. So big shout out to my best friend, Rome, all the guys in my shop, Chi, Tommy, all those guys, they all did a phenomenal job helping me with it. And all my other friends, you know. Like I said, it's just a long list. It's hard to go down them all, but you guys know who you are. Thank you.